Once upon a time, in a land of gleaming paint and stubborn brake dust, there lived a young man named Bruce Buddy Boy. He was a passionate detailer with a good heart, strong hands, and, well, a few bad habits. Let's visit Bruce in his garage. Bruce had a problem. Too many products. Need to wash this car. What soap should I use? Let's see. So this car it's coated, hasn't been washed in a while, so maybe a decon would be good. It's not that dirty. I've got my Next Zen decon. Oh, but I have my Armor Detail decon. Could use that. Oh, but I have CarPro Reset back here too. And I got plenty of other stuff, pH neutral. Oh, what mood am I in? Or, well, I don't know. Which one? I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm so confused. Which one should I use? I don't, gosh, I don't know. There's so many, I don't know. There's so many choices. I'm not sure which one I want to use. Let's think about this. Which one, maybe I think about which one I haven't used in a while. Yeah. Because I've used the Next Zen foam decon. I've used that one in a while, not that long ago. I don't think I've used the Armor decon. I wonder how much of that do I have? Oh, I still have probably half. No, I got 3/4 of a bottle of that. I think I'll use that. Yeah, I don't know. Why is this so hard?
The product doesn't make the detailer.
Who said that?
Simplicity and consistency.
Sounds like Myvan.
Confusion and chaos. Keep it simple.
I know. Okay, I know, Myvan. He always is reminding me. He just comes into my head about simplicity, efficiency. I don't need to have all this stuff. Keep it simple. Standardize your process. Why do you have 2 decons? Have 1. That's your decon soap. I know, Myvan. I know. Just keep reminding me. I'm going to learn one of these days.
I sure hope so.
I hope I learn. No, I will, Myvan. I will. And so Bruce began to let go of the clutter and his extra chemicals. He learned his favorite go-tos, labeled his favorites, and built his system to drive efficiency. Another bad habit that our friend Bruce Buddy Boy developed was the under-seat surprises when he was vacuuming. Bruce vacuumed blindly, and his poor vacuum suffered because it would suck up things that just didn't belong in the vacuum. Oh crap, what's that? What was that noise? What's under that seat? It got something stuck up in my vacuum. Oh, it was this, and I almost sucked up this screw and nut. I would have really messed up my vacuum. And who has a baby hand under their seat?
Always look under the seat before vacuuming, Bruce.
Okay, Myvan, you're right. I should always be looking before I vacuum. Look under the seat before you vacuum. Shine a light under the seat. Don't blindly vacuum because you don't know what you're vacuuming up, right? Is that right, Myvan? Is that your message?
Exactly.
All right, I need to work on that because I get in a rush and I just want to vacuum and get it done. But I could mess up my vacuum. Plus, I could be vacuuming up something valuable. Who knows? All right. I got to work on it because I do rush sometimes and just want to get the work done.
So Bruce learned to shine a light, do a quick check, and scoop before he sucked up with the vacuum. The vacuum ran free, and there were no baby hands found in the vacuum. In his hurry to finish fast, Bruce Buddy Boy often worked too fast. But speed without a strategy is a fool's race.
You know, I like to go over the car and double and triple check everything, and sometimes I miss stuff and I need to go back and kind of clean it up or fix something I missed, little spots. Probably was this window. I know I cleaned it, but got a streak there, and some of these corners are not as clean as they should be. I like things to be perfect. You know, when I get done detailing, the car should look perfect.
Bruce, perfection is your enemy.
What do you mean,
The
perfection?
customer doesn't see what you see.
This is just going over to make sure that the car looks great before I give it to the customer.
Slow down, do it right the first time.
So Myvan, what you're saying is if I did it right the first time, I wouldn't need to go over it again? So I suck?
No, you don't suck.
Okay, all right. So if I was a bit more methodical and careful when I did the original work, then there wouldn't be the need to go over it again. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Exactly.
So do it right the first time. Be thoughtful about how I do it. And take my time
The slower you move, the faster
to work
you work.
faster. So take my time to work faster. That doesn't make sense. But oh, wait a minute. So this is taking time because I'm double checking and fixing. And if I had just taken my time the first time, I wouldn't have all this time at the end double checking and fixing.
Good, Bruce.
All right, maybe Myvan's got some wise words there. I need to slow down a bit to work faster. All right, I'm gonna try to overcome that. Fair enough, Myvan. Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome.
So Bruce learned to plan his steps, breathe between tasks, and trust the process. He learned that slow is smooth and smooth becomes fast. Work slower to work faster. Our buddy Bruce had another habit, chasing the mythical beast called perfection.
I spent a lot of time polishing this paint. I don't want to see anything but beautiful paint. Oh, wait a minute though. What is that? It's a little, yeah, if I get this light, oh, wait a minute. I see, maybe that's, how could that be a water spot? Huh, I see a little hairline. Just when you get that light just right, I can see it.
Bruce,
What?
Bruce, step back and look at the paint from 6 feet away.
Wait a minute. How does it look standing 6 feet away?
Step back and look.
Oh, I don't have 6 feet right. Get some, probably almost 6 feet. It looks great.
Then what are you worried about?
Then what am I worried about? Well, if you put this light on here, you can see just little things when you look really close.
So you have to put a light on it and look really close to see it?
So if I have to put a light on it and look really close, do I really need to correct that or improve it? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Or how much clear coat am I taking off just to not be able to see that imperfection when you're looking really close?
That takes more time, Bruce.
And how much time will that take me? Yeah. Time, clear coat, anguish, rework. Huh. So don't chase the perfection again, but this time it's about the paint, the clear coat, and is it really necessary? Does it really make a difference?
Are you detailing for the customer or
Doing
other
the enhancement
detailers?
solely for the detailer, or am I doing it for the customer? Because if the customer can't see it or detect it, then what's the point?
Exactly.
And also, what is the customer paying for? You know, how much of a paint enhancement or correction?
So what Bruce learned was to stop chasing paint perfection and to look at what the customer sees, meet their expectations. Our friend Bruce Buddy Boy had a common detailer bad habit: overthinking things.
Well, my new car's all wet and kind of dirty from being out in the rain, so I need to wash it. But I don't know, do I wash it? Am I going anywhere else today? It's still raining. Or maybe, well, I guess I could see if it's still raining. Let's look at the radar. Well, the rain's almost gone, so it's almost done raining. I wonder if it's going to rain, when it's going to rain again, because I don't want to wash it and then go out and then just be dirty again. Let's look here on the weather app. And it's going to rain this afternoon. It looks like some more. And then, now it says no rain tomorrow. None on Monday, none on Tuesday. Oh, but Wednesday it's going to rain again. So, I don't know.
Bruce, stop overthinking.
What?
You're overthinking it.
I'm overthinking it? What do you mean?
Stop thinking and start doing.
Okay, so just stop overthinking it. You want to wash it? Wash it. Don't want to wash it? Don't. I want to wash it with soap. I want to wash it with rinseless. Which soap? Just stop overthinking. Pick something and do it. It's okay to research, but as detailers, sometimes we do overthink things. Okay, Myvan. All right, good advice. Stop overthinking. Get the facts, make a decision, and move forward. The overthinking's burdensome.
Exactly.
All right, I think I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to stop overthinking things. Yeah. Boy, I feel like this weight is lifted off my shoulders already.
So Bruce learned to curtail his overthinking, which was related to perfection. He always wanted to do his best. But if his best was unachievable because he couldn't get started due to the overthinking, he needed to stop and just start doing. And so, Bruce Buddy Boy became a better detailer, not overnight, but one mistake at a time. He often listened to the wisdom of Myvan Macroix, even when it only echoed in his mind. And that, our dear friends, is the tale of Bruce Buddy Boy. May your pad stay primed, your vacuum stay clear, and your polisher always glide true. The end.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the little fairy tale today about Bruce Buddy Boy and his detailing challenges. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate a thumbs up, a subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and of course, feel free to comment on the video and anything you'd like to see in future videos. I appreciate your time today, and remember, just go in your garage and have fun detailing. I hope you have a great day.